Welcome to another episode of DD on the Spot. As always, I'm your host, Ryan Johnson. Before we get into it with our guests here today, I'd like to remind everyone, if you enjoy this content, to please give a like and subscribe down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. We have Olivia on the podcast. She's 20 years old and she's competed at the Nationals down in Texas where she placed fifth. And yeah, she's on here to just share her experience there and just her journey in bodybuilding so far. And like I said, being only 20, she's 10 years younger than me. I can't even believe that I'm talking to someone 10 years younger than me. It is just crazy to me. But most importantly, she's our current guest. Olivia, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, to get things started, I ask this to every single guest that I have on. Why don't you just first off give us your backstory on what inspired and motivated you to get in shape and how that led to where you're currently at right now?
So I was actually looking into this today. I started going to the gym in 2021. It was my New Year's resolution to lose weight, and I was a junior in high school, I want to say. And I was like, I just need to lose weight. I was fat shamed in high school. Like, people would comment on my Instagram telling me to be a plus size model, like, telling me to lose weight. So I was like, yeah, really bad. Like, that sent me for a tailspin when I was 17. So I was like, "Okay, what am I gonna do?" So I got a Planet Fitness membership, like everyone once has had one. And I started going there, just doing like cardio, and then I met like friends from high school that went there, and they showed me how to use like the lat pull down machine. And then I hit legs for like a solid like couple months straight because I didn't know what else to do. Um, and then I switched over to Crunch in Maple Grove like in April, and I've been lifting there since. I've left that gym a couple times, but yeah, I really just fell in love with like lifting and the discipline of it and the mental like aspect. It really switches your mental space. Like when I'm ever having a bad day, I'm like, okay, I'll just go to the gym. Like that'll even me out. But yeah, I've been lifting since 2021. Decided to compete at the end of 2020, at the middle of 2023. Started a prep, did a prep, which was 24 weeks, which was so long. Like everyone else going into the first prep, I was like, okay, it's not that hard. Like I'm already lifting. Like it's just lifting. Like whatever. We're already living this lifestyle. No, 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 no. It is like you get down to the bare minimum of your mental like health, and you're like, I don't know why I'm doing this. So I did that 24-week prep, and then I competed in, North Dakota for my first show, and then a week later, I went to Wisconsin and competed in my second show. North Dakota, there was only 2 girls, so I got first in my class, but the other girl was, like, 6'2", so she we were in different height classes. Wisconsin, there was a lot more girls. I took first overall in figure, which was I was like, "Okay, wait, maybe I can do this, like, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be." Took a little bit of an off season, and then reached out to my coach, and I was like, I kind of want to do it. Like, let's do round 2 this year. Like, let's fit it in. So I started prep in maybe beginning of October, end of August. August, November. Oh, that's missing a month. So I definitely August. At the end of August, I started prep. I had a 14-week prep from my first show, which was in, well, I can't, Wisconsin, or no, it was in Illinois. Competed in that show. I took first in physique, which wasn't even going to compete in physique. That was a 3-week out decision, which it was great. I love it. I love that division now. But got first in physique overall, and then I took second in figure overall, and then decided to go to Texas, which was a week later, and competed in Texas. Took fifth in my height class at nationals, and then I also competed in figure, but I think I took like I want to say eighth, which kind of just re-solidified it that I'm not competing in figure anymore. I'm more of a physique girl because I'm just kind of stocky and built really different. But so yeah, that's where we're at today. Just currently going through my reverse and trying to not cry through my reverse every day. But yeah, the holidays were rough.
I think we can take from your entire story that fat shaming works. Everyone continue to fat shame and bully people online. That's, as we can tell, the results speak for themselves. Everyone just be merciless. Just insult
Bring
No,
back
I'm
bullying.
joking, everyone, in case that one person goes, okay, yeah, so no, but that's it. So I just want to know if those people still follow you now and what they would think then is like, wow, she really went a complete 180 on this thing.
So it was a fake account that was created by a guy in my high school. And basically, I like found out who it was, and I was kind of like, okay, like I was still bigger at the time when I found out, and I was really pissed off. Like this guy met me in like third grade. So I'm like, buddy, like be for real. Like I was skinny growing up, and then I kind of went through like a mental health struggle for like 2 years, gained 50 pounds, and then now we've lost that 50 pounds. But yeah, I found out who it was. Didn't confront him, didn't say anything, but about, I'd say, 6 months into lifting, he reached out to me because I lost, like, 30 pounds really quick because it was just straight fat, and I went from not moving at all to being in the gym for 2 hours. He did reach out to me, and he was like, "Hey, like, how did you lose the weight?" Because like, this guy, not skinny either. So, I was like, weren't you the one that, like, fat shamed me? Like, did you not, like, publicly do this to me?" But yeah, I did end up helping him a little. I was like, "Oh, I just started going to the gym, like, eating healthier." But yeah, I've had a lot of people from high school that were really brutal to me in high school and, like, made fun of me and were just kind of jerks. I've had a lot reach out to me and, like, ask, like, "What do I do? Like, what's my plan? Who do I, like, go to? What do I eat? What are my workouts like?" And I'm just like, "You were mean." Like, why am I helping you?
Here's the trick, people. If you want to get into high school, I shouldn't be giving you advice, but we will still continue to call her fat because at this stage, it will mess her up even more than it would at any other. Still tell her, even when she's on stage,
Yeah, be like, "You're
travel
fat."
to her shows, have a sign that says "fat pig" or something like that, like on like a card or anything like that, and hold it up. She is ripe for the pickings, and everyone, please don't do that. But I've always made that joke where I found it hilarious that like I could walk up to the most in shape person, and if I just whisper in their ear like "looking a little chubby today," and then just like walked away, it would just mind f them for the whole
It
day.
does.
Don't do that,
It
everyone.
does.
Just use that. That's your nuclear bomb card that you play. Like if all the other cards are gone against you and you just have one last card to play, then you can play that. But no, and I mean when you were getting started, everyone always has that one body part that really, really takes off that they don't have to train as much. And then everyone always has that one body part that they just have to train to oblivion to catch up. What was the one body part that really took off for you, and what's been the one body part that still to this day you're like, I cannot train this enough?
I would say my upper body, even like looking back as a kid, has always been like bigger. It's hard for me to get my upper body to get lean, and my stomach, I feel like that's where I hold all my fat. My lower body is pretty, just it stays pretty lean all year round, which is super nice and not common for a female. I would say, my glutes. She has a flat little ass, but we're working on it. That was, I literally told my coach, got off stage, and I was like, "So we're building a fatty this off season." I was like, "I can't keep on doing this. Like I have good quads, like I'm quad dominant, but I was like, I need something. Like, help me." But yeah, the calories will definitely help build that up a little bit and more leg days.
So how did you get in touch with Sandra? How did she become your coach?
I had a different coach going into my first show. My first 24-week prep, I had a different coach. Just didn't work out. Nothing wrong with him. He has great clients. I know a lot of people that love him. But I she helped me with my posing for my first 2 shows, and I was like, "Oh, wait, I really like her, like, she's a badass." And so she came to my first show up in North Dakota, and that helped tremendously because, like, I've never been to I've been to 1 show, and I was kinda like, "I don't know what to expect." She guided me through the whole process, and then I flipped to her in between my first and second show, which was only, like, a week. So she peaked me for my second show, and then I had her a little bit in my off season, and then took some time off from having a coach for financial reasons, and then, she pushed me through this prep. But yeah, she started off as my posing coach, and then now she's my, like, full-time everything. Like, she does anywhere from, like, I'm having a bad mental day to, like, writing my workout plan. So she is amazing. She's literally like, I don't think I'd be doing this sport without her. She's she pushes me in so many different ways, but she also knows when to pull back and be like, "Okay, like you can cry, like it's okay." But she's amazing. She's amazing.
For the billionth time, if you become a coach, you might as well just get like your therapy license, if we're being completely honest. Because it's
Yeah.
like, what's the point of, I mean, you might as well make that type of therapy money then if you're gonna do that. Because like, yeah, people don't understand. You are you are everything to your competitors. Basically, you can, you're responsible in so many, other ways. But was there anything that were you aware of the sport at all before you got into it, or was it one of those things where like you just had to learn everything firsthand?
So, I actually remember before I started lifting when I was, like, 16, I was like, "I kinda wanna" like, it was like it was a one-day type vibe, and I was like, "I kinda wanna get in shape, like, that'd be so cool." And I was sitting in my car late at night, and I was, like, looking up just, like, people in shape on, like, Safari, and I was like, "Wait, bodybuilding? Like, what is that?" And I was like, "It'd be so cool to look like these girls." Pushed it in the back of my head, went to bed, never thought about it again. And then at the gym, when I was lifting, I was like, "Oh, wait, like, this person competes, this person competes." I was like, that'd be cool." Like, that would be so cool." I started building for a little bit longer, and I was like, "You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it." Found a coach, started prep, like, 3 weeks later after making the decision. Yeah, no idea. I mean, I remember, like, people being like, "Oh, it's so hard." And I was like, "Yeah, it probably is." But no, it's so hard. Like, it's so rough. Like, there's so many days that I've, like, laid in my bed crying to my mom, and my mom's like, "Olivia, like, it's gonna work out. Like, you don't trust the process every time." And I'm like, "Mom, it's not gonna work out. Like, I'm not skinny enough. I'm not lean enough. Like, you can't see this." And she's like, "You said this last time. Like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, you looked good." And then we get to, like, stage, and my mom's like, "Didn't I tell you? Like, where's the process now?" And I was like, "Okay." Like, it's definitely like, physically, yes, your joints hurt, your body hurts, you get so disgustingly, like, lean that, like, everything just rubs different. But, like, mentally, it just, like, like, I can't even explain how messed up it is mentally to compete in bodybuilding because your mental headspace just goes to 0.
What was that like the first time you experienced that and weren't prepared for just how mentally weird it gets?
I would say my first show, I got pretty lean, but I wasn't lean enough to get to the absolute, like, mental, like, what the actual hell is going on right now. Um, but yeah, my second show was definitely a lot worse for my mental health, I guess. Mentally, I was fine, like, I was alive, I was living, but you just get so low in food that you're just like, "Wait, where am I? Like, how did I get here? Why am I doing this?" I don't know, it's just like it's so if you've never been that, like, lean, it's so hard to explain. 'Cause you look in the mirror and you're like, "Wait, there's fat here." And then you're like, "Okay, but there's veins in my abs." Like, where's the connection? And you always look back, like, I was looking back last night at, like, my stage pictures and my check-ins, and I was like, "Wait, you were really skinny, like, you looked good." But, like, I cried after taking those videos. Like, I literally would take my check-in videos and I'd, like, look at them for, like, 20 minutes and just, like, cry. And I look back and I'm like, "Wait, no, you looked good." What were you thinking? But even, like, to this day, like, I'm still pretty lean, and I wear a hoodie and sweatpants to the gym every day. Like, I don't like, I take my hoodie off and I, like, look in the mirror and I'm like, "Put that hoodie back on." It's and I know I'm gonna look back in 3 weeks and be like, "Queen, you looked good." But, like, right now, I don't feel that.
That's why I love that you're saying this, because so many people think that the secret to their happiness is going to be if they think they look good or if they think they get like in shape, when they don't realize it. No, like, no, that's just the beginning. It's going to get
Yeah.
worse. Like, you're going to like
Yeah.
the
Well,
moment you decide to become a bodybuilder, it's like you sign a deal with the devil saying that like I will never be satisfied with myself regardless.
yeah.
I mean, I've talked to Olympia winners and they still will tell you 500 things wrong with them and you're like, do you not see the trophy behind you? But no, it's
Yeah.
just that whole mental thing. And is there anything that you do to try to help placate it a little bit and make it a little bit less stressful on you mentally?
Um Not really, like, I mean, I feel like no matter what, you have your on and off days. Like, yesterday, I woke up, had a great lift, had a great cardio session, like, I was on, like, I felt amazing, I was like, "Everyone look at my body, I look great." And then
Were
today,
you
I was
saying that in the gym? Everyone look at my body.
yeah, I was like, "Hey, guys, I look
Can we
crazy."
all stop lifting for a second and just take a moment to appreciate this?
But the crazy part is, like, I literally didn't even take off my sweatpants. I got done with my lift, and I was like, "Okay, wait, that's a good pump." Um, but, like, then today, I literally was in the gym, and I was like, "Wait, I look like shit. Like, what's going on?" But I definitely, like some days I have such bad days that I get on the Stairmaster until I feel better. Like, I go to the gym, I wake up at 4:30, I get to the gym around, like, 5. I'm a morning girl. I used to hate mornings. I love mornings. I love to get it I love lifting, but I love to get it out of the way, shower, eat, feel better. It starts your day off great. But I literally got to the gym the other day and I was like, I don't feel good mentally. I'm drained. I feel like shit. I look like crap. So I literally hopped on the Stairmaster after my lift and I was like, I'm not getting off until I'm happy. And I literally didn't get off until I started singing to my music. And it took an hour on the Stairmaster. It took 90 minutes. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I feel better. And then I got off. But because when you're on the Stairmaster, you're just kind of like dumb. Because there's just it's hard. You're dripping in sweat. So then it clears my brain. So that's why I do it.
Be honest, do people your age hate you hearing that you get up at 4:30?
My age? People my age drink until 4:30.
That's what I'm saying. So like when they hear about you getting up at 4:30, they're like, "What the hell's wrong with her?"
I don't know. I don't really I'm kind of a loner. I have a couple friends, but they're all we live different lifestyles. I have one really great friend that he lives the same lifestyle as me, but I don't hang out with people my age because I mean, if you wanna drink, I have no judgment. If go for it.
We live in the
Have
upper
fun.
Midwest. If you did, I'd be like, "You're living in the wrong place, lady."
Yeah, go for it, have fun, enjoy your time, go to the bars, party. I work at a bar, but I can't do it.
Okay,
I've
now that you
drank
say you work at a bar, as you get leaner for a show, how many times you get challenged to arm wrestling? How many times you get challenged to other stuff? Like, how much is
all
it?
the
Like, if you had
time,
a
every
dime for
day,
that, you probably wouldn't have to be working in a bar.
every day. I get literally every day, "Wow, you have nice arms. Do you work out?" "No, sir. This is natural." I do not lift. I've never seen a dumbbell in my life. But yeah, every day, people are like, "Can we arm wrestle?" I've arm wrestled my managers before. Um, yeah.
That's how you do it for a promotion. You say, "Promote me." If I
I
if I win if I
lost!
win, you promote me. So,
I lost, and I
what?
barely lived. Okay, hear me out. Wait, he's 250 pounds. He lifts, but it's I'm 100 and I was 120 pounds on stage. I'm 127 right now, and I'm yeah, I lost, but he's also a male,
I was gonna say
so
I'm 6'3", so like, yeah, I would throw you against the wall, basically.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "You're probably so strong." I am, but for my body weight and my height and my gender, I'm strong as shit.
Yeah.
But if you wanna compare me to a 6'5", 250-pound male, I'm little, you could toss me.
Like, people, I wish more people would just admit that too, where it's like biology plays 99.9% of the results. I mean, again, there are some just like absolute freaks that are like just as strong as someone that's like
Yeah,
6'5", and they're just like they're one in a dozen. But like, yeah, like you said, you are. I remember even Sandra talking to me like when I messaged her and I was like, "Are you a coach?" She literally just responded back to me, "Yeah, she's strong as shit." That's like what she responded back. She back to, and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, that's great," but no. So it's, yeah, I just love that people say that too, because then so many people, I think, have this complex where they think that they're just the strongest person ever. It's like, you're 4'10", calm down. like you're
put into your
you're
box.
very strong, but like I could dribble you like a basketball if I wanted to. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's no, but that's great. And I mean, yeah, it's, and how does that deal with your? Does it give you more confidence at all, or does it become somewhat of a nuisance when you get all that attention at work?
I don't know, kind of both because, sometimes it's, cool because it's just, the acknowledgement. One thing that I've learned is you can do whatever you want, buy whatever you want, but if you walk into a room and you're built and you have muscle and you have people know something about you without you opening your mouth. People know that you're disciplined, people know that you put time, people know you care, people know you're gonna show up for yourself, so you're gonna show up for others. So that's one thing that it's more of the acknowledgement of okay, she cares, she tries, she's driven than it is she has a nice body. You know what I mean? It says more about me than just oh, you have really nice arms, or you have really nice legs. It's okay, they can see that I put in the work to get there.
Or you could just get like arm implants, honestly. I mean, it's like, what are you doing wasting all this time in the gym? I remember I
I
saw
do
this
not need
documentary
bigger
like a
arms.
decade ago about this guy who, like, he was like a Ken Barbie guy or whatever like that. Like, he tried to look like Ken, but everything of his body was implants then. So he'd have like
I've
cavity.
seen
Yeah,
that.
exactly. So like I was telling people, I was like, first of all, that's hilarious. And second of all, it's like, imagine that everyone's like, dude, that guy must work out a lot. It's like, no, he just has a lot of money and he goes to the plastic surgeon and stuff. But yeah, I
I
saw that and I
mean,
was like, that's the craziest thing ever. He should have competed in a few bodybuilding shows just for laughs, just to see if like anyone, could tell the difference. But yeah, it is crazy. And when I heard at first that you started out as figure, I was honestly saying to myself, like, how the hell could she think that she's a figure competitor when I saw your upper body? So how long did it
I
take for you
know.
before you finally realized that, like, okay, I have the arms of a physique competitor. So like, what am I doing here?
So my first show, I would say I wasn't lean enough to, like, have the arms of a physique competitor. I was told throughout my first, second prep, besides by my coach, because I think she wanted me to realize it first. She does that a lot. I'll, like, realize something, I'll tell her, she's like, "Yeah, I could have told you that, like, 2 months ago, but we were waiting for you to figure that out," and I need to figure things out for myself before someone tells me. But I was told by so many people in the gym and like so many like a bunch of other people like competitors and like pros that like, hey, like why figure? Like do physique, you have the upper body, you have the arms, like you have the build. And I was kind of like, no, like I don't, like I really don't. And I like told Sandra one day, I was like, everyone keeps on telling me to do physique, like I don't know what they're saying, like I don't have that build. And she's like, well, let's just try the posing. And we did the posing. This is like, I want to say 6 weeks out. And she's like, yeah, like, let's go for it. Like, if you want it, let's do it. I was like, okay, sweet. So I learned all the posing 6 weeks out, did physique, still on stage. I was kind of like, no, like, I don't think so. And then when I got overall and I was like, okay, maybe I am. Going to nationals, I was just gonna compete in figure. Cause I was like, I'm not a national level physique person. Like I'm too short or I'm too small. And I was like, "Okay, maybe, like, I'll just do both." Like, I think it was 350 each. No, I wanna say $350 each for each class. So I was like, "You know what? I'm already going to Texas, like, might as well spend the more money. I've already done the prep." So I competed in both. I still expected to do better in figure than I did physique, but doing place how I placed in nationals, I'm definitely screw the heels. Those things hurt.
Yeah, everyone, this is what she thought was too small for physique and
Yeah.
good for figure. Everyone.
Yeah, that like, I didn't know, but
No,
I
I
also
know.
just think
I'm just giving you a hard time
yeah,
just because I look at that and I'm just, and I believe me, I've talked to people that are even bigger than you that like wanted to try bikini at first, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Like,
yeah, I've actually been asked, they're like, "Oh, so, like, bikini?" And I'm like, I've been asked about
that's even
competitors
worse
who
than calling her fat. Everyone is
yes,
asking her if she's a bikini
yes.
competitor.
They're like, "Are you a bikini girly?" And I'm like, "Have you seen my arms? My legs are, like, huge, like, don't say that shit to me,
You
like"
do realize from every one of your posts now, I'm just gonna comment. So like, so when's the bikini show?
Yeah, or, like, when people don't know about bodybuilding, they're like, "So you just put on a sparkly bikini and get on stage?" And I'm like, "It's sparkly, yes, but I also do my makeup and hair, like, let's get that straight." But,
Do
yeah.
you ever get jealous when you realize like how little the guys have to worry about like their makeup and their hair as opposed to the women?
So I actually, learned how to do my makeup at nationals that day. So, yeah, I'm kinda like the guy I went with, he competes as he's a competitor as well, but he wasn't competing in that show, and I got up, like, super early because I couldn't sleep, and I was doing my makeup and hair, and I was like, "Damn, if I was a man, like, this shit would be so easy." Like, I wear mascara, I put on, like, some blush, but, like,
I
I've
wake up
never
like this, everyone. Look at this in all of its glory right there. No touch ups, no nothing.
but I've never used, like, contour or, like, concealer, and my coach and I get on FaceTime at, like, 4 AM, and she's like, "Hey, this goes here," and I'm like, "Right here?" And it's just like she's like, "You need to add a little bit more blush, like, you're a little bit flushed out," and I was like, I go to the gym, like, I don't put on makeup unless I'm at work or a podcast, but, like, I go to the gym every day, I rarely wear makeup, like, I don't care to do it, and I hate taking it off at night, so it's like I don't know why they were like, "Let's have all these girls sweat for X amount of months and, like, put in all this work and, like, look grimy, and let's put them in a sparkly bikini and put them on stage."
I think because if they put you without the makeup on, just like how gaunt you look, people would be like,
Yeah,
"What the
that's how
fuck?"
sunk like, I'm, like, drawing in, like, you have face like, my face structure
Put some
changes
more pink
so
on it
much.
so it looks like I have some life in these cheeks, basically. But yeah,
Yeah, my eyes are sunken in, like, let's glow them up a little bit with fake
what goes through your
eyelashes.
mind when you see just that sunken down, just like that skeleton look?
I like my dead I like my skinny face, like, even now, I haven't but, like, my face is still pretty lean, but, like, the bulked face is so hard. Like, I can cover my body, but when my face gets chunky, all I see is my 16-year-old self, and I hate that. Like, ick.
If you were to be able to go back in time and talk to your 16-year-old self, looking the way you look now, what do you think her impression would be, or what do you think she would say?
I think my 16-year-old self would be proud. Just because, like, when I was 16, I was going through it mentally and, like, did not like, I would binge McDonald's. I would go to therapy twice a week for my mental health, and then I'd binge McDonald's, and then I would sleep all day. Like, that's all I did.
That's
I
the
didn't go
life
to
of a
school.
champion right there.
Yeah, like, I didn't go to high school because it was during, like, COVID, and, yeah, that probably aged you a lot, 16, and that was COVID, but yeah, I didn't go to high school, I didn't do anything, I ate McDonald's all the time, I'd binge, and, like, I would literally eat so much McDonald's, I figured out the calories, and it's over 2,000 calories, the meal that I would get, and, yeah, I would do that twice a week, and I would not leave my bed, I would not leave my house besides to go to therapy and go to McDonald's, and so, like, I was deep down depressed, like, did not think I'd make it to 20, and then now I'm here at 20 and I'm like, "Wow, that was hell," but, like, I made it like, that's how I get through my cardio is, like, I've already made it through way worse than an hour on the Stairmaster. Like, it's not that hard.
What was your go-to McDonald's meal?
I would get the pancake meal with, like, the hash browns, the pancakes, and then I'd also get 2 sandwiches, and then I'd get a strawberry smoothie, and then I'd get orange juice. And I don't think I've had McDonald's in, like, 2 years now. I think it would actually make me severely ill, but it still sounds good.
I mean, I will say before my basketball tournaments growing up, I would get like 3 of those hash browns and an orange, and that would
Those are
be
blast.
that high C orange is
Yes!
undefeated.
It's so good.
It is so good. And that's like the only place you can really buy them too. So that's the only bad thing is like you can't go to a store and really buy them. So, but yeah. God damn it! Now I'm gonna have to go get McDonald's after I'm talking to you because now I got that icy orange in me. I'm just gonna have to go and just get a large high C orange. That'll be my cheat thing for the day. Then I guess everyone. But thanks a lot, Olivia. Good God, you had to bring that up in my head. No, but and I mean, just going through all this and like you talked about, it's so much more of a journey mentally than it is physically, and a lot of people don't understand that. But what has that been like too? Just seeing how much you've grown as a person mentally, because that's something that impacts your life way more than any of the physical changes ever will.
I definitely saw myself being a way different, like, person, like, I didn't get into drinking, but I would, like, drink at, like, 17 and, like, have fun with friends, like, go out and, like, go to their house and drink, and, like, just, like, experiment with stuff, and then I thought that was, like, gonna be, like, me, like, I expected the going to college, the partying, the having fun, like, that's what my older sister did, and not doing that really surprised myself because I decided, like, 3 months, 2 months before I was supposed to leave for college that I didn't wanna go to university. So I expected to be, like, at a way different place than I am now. I'm definitely happy with the decisions I've made to, like, where I am, but I didn't expect to be here when I was 16. Like, I expected to be a different person. I'm proud of the person I became and I'm becoming, but I'm not, like I don't regret the decisions I've made to get here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you mentioned it was a hard time mentally through Christmas. Was it just hard with all the extra food and everything? What was going on?
Yeah, all the extra food around because I try like, I'm on a meal plan, and I think I always will be to some extent on, like, meals or macros as long as I'm competing, and, like, even in my off season, I like the structure of it, I like the discipline of it, I like the knowledge of, like, I know what I'm eating tomorrow and I don't have to worry about it, but just, like, being around all that food, like, I truly do enjoy my food, like, I rarely even season my food anymore because I just like the taste of food, but it's just hard to, like, sit around food, sit around cookies, sit around because like, no matter how disciplined you are, like, that's in front of you. I'm not in prep. In prep, I'm in prep. Like, sorry, can't eat it. But, like, off season, it's like I have to say no because it's for my own, like, health. And, like, sugar, I ate sugar over the holidays. I ate sugar post my show. Um, every time I ate sugar, I got ill, like, laying in bed, fully extended stomach, crying, like, it hurts so bad, and I told my coach that, and she's like, "Stop eating sugar." Well, the next day I had another cookie, and I did the same thing, like, literally 1 cookie, my stomach gets extended, I'm, like, in pain, but it's like and it's not even that good, like, I gotta tell myself that, it ain't that good, but it's hard,
You're just
like,
not
it's
having the right
hard.
sugar cookies, is that's what your problem is.
And true, but, like, it's not good enough to, like, be in pain. But it's like, I don't know, I definitely get food anxiety, like, I do, like, being around all these people, being around all this food, if someone's eating, I wanna be eating, and even if I'm full and I'm still like, "But there's food around me," like, I could just, like, munch on something, but it's hard, like, it's hard to be around food, like, I live with my parents still being 20 and in college, and, like, them making food, I eat dinner with my parents just about every single night when I'm not working, and, like, I can watch them eat food, it doesn't bother me, I can cook them food, I can bake, doesn't bother me, but, like, sitting around food bothers me, and that was hard during the holidays.
So one of my aunts makes, she has a cookie that she makes where it's shaped like a bowl. The bottom level is chocolate, then she puts caramel on top of the chocolate, then she puts another layer of chocolate on top of it, and then she sprinkles sugar on top of it. And I'll tell you, good luck. Good luck.
That would be good. That would
Yeah.
be like, I had Christmas yesterday, and my aunt and my cousins and everyone brought, like, cookies, and they're all, like literally our whole kitchen table at my mom's house or my parents' house is full of cookies, and I'm literally sitting there having a conversation with people, and I'm not even kidding you, I'm, like, staring at them, like, dead stare, these did not eat any, but, like, sat around cookies for 3 hours, and, like, that's all I think about. Like, it's bad, it's something that I'm working on with my coach. It's, like, be able to be around food and not have it be, like, mind consuming, but, like, that's and no matter how disciplined you are, like, a cookie's a cookie. Like, it's not just, like, the cookie, but it's the memories that came with it because I ate those growing up. And now I'm just like, my mom baked when I was in prep, and I was like, "Damn, these Christmas cookies look good."
Well, if you want to whatever food, but so this is my things. Christmas Eve is my one day where I will be the biggest glutton that's ever existed, and I have no shame about it. But so here's what it was this year, and this is a little bit less than it was every year. So my aunt at her place, at her house that we go to in Richfield, she has like those cokes, those glass cokes, and I'll probably have about like 8 or 9 of them in like a probably like a 5 hour span. Then my uncle makes his own homemade beef jerky, which is the greatest thing ever, and it's literally like crack for any normal person. Like it's ridiculous. I'll have probably about 100 of those little sticks, and each stick, by the way, is like not like that. I won't eat anything the rest of the day. I will purposely starve myself the entire day just for that night. So purposely not eating nothing and drinking nothing, and then I go all out, and then I'll have like the cookies and everything else fully knowing, and this is what's been consistent for at least the last 20 years, fully knowing that night that I will not get any sleep. If I do get sleep, I'll probably get about like 2 hours because I'll be on the Iron Throne for about a dozen times. But it is worth it, and I prepare myself for it. And yeah, it's totally worth it. And luckily at my job that I do, I was walking like what 30,000 steps a day this last week. So it really helps get rid of all that stuff. So I prepare myself for that. But at least don't ever feel bad about yourself. At least just think about me then next time you think that you're gonna like that you're overeating or doing something like that. But yeah, and just when you do see yourself put on more and more weight, how do you deal with that mentally? Because that is the biggest thing that so many people don't talk about, especially with bodybuilding, is just how mentally draining that can be after you diet down and you work so hard to achieve that stage look, just realizing like, hey, this isn't going to be something that I'm going to be able to maintain.
It's like on and off. Last reverse, my coach upped my calories, and I'm still learning a lot about like nutrition. I'm not an expert. Didn't get like all the knowledge for it through school or whatever. Just learning based on what I know and what I've been taught from my coach. But she upped my calories, and I was like eating that amount of calories, and I was like putting on weight. I like crapped on like a pound a week, and I was like, no, actually, like I'm not okay with this. So I like cut my own calories and then she's like, "Olivia, like, what are you doing? Like, you're not my energy dropped again, my motivation dropped again, my workout sucked again." Like, it felt like prep. And I was like, I cut my own calories and I told her, I was like, "Hey, like, I can't put on weight. This is not okay." And so that really told my off season. Like, I didn't mess up my reverse because, like, messing up your reverse is like binging and like putting on a bunch of weight really fast. Like, I put on 6 pounds from my stage weight in, like, 10 weeks, which is nothing because a lot of people put on 6 to 10 pounds overnight because you
Yeah.
cut water. Because you literally cut water, so I put on water weight, like
I was gonna say when you said 6 pounds, I was like, wait, what? You were upset about that? I've talked to people that have done like 60 in like 2 weeks.
yeah. Yeah, because you, like that's what a lot of people don't understand, like, when you cut water and salt, like, you drop, I weighed less after eating a full day of food because I cut my water so far down and my sodium so far down. Like, it's crazy, and you have to remember on stage day that, like, that's not you, like, that's not your body, you don't claim that, like, yeah, like, present it, look great, but, like, with no water and barely any food and barely any salt in your body and literally just eating carbs to, like, make you fill out, like, that's not who you are, and that's not what you're gonna look like year round, and that's what I'm trying to come to, like, terms with. I've had days like I said, like, I don't wanna look in the mirror, like, I literally it's disgusting, but I'll literally go to the bathroom, and I'll look at my stomach, and I'm like, "Okay, like, put the shirt back down." Like, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. Like, I put the scale away right when I got home from Texas. I weighed myself once because 'cause I'm like, "Hey, like, if I look good, I wanna think I look good that day no matter what the scale says." 'Cause, like, if my coach thinks I look good, who cares what my weight on the scale says? 'Cause you can, like I weigh more on stage than my friends that are the same height as me, but, like, we don't look the same, like, at all. Like, they look great. They have great bodies, don't get me wrong, but, like, I was shredded to the bone, and we don't like it's so you can't look at the scale and be like, okay, like this is healthy, this is not healthy. Like I'm pretty sure I was at a healthy weight on stage for my height. Like a healthy weight, like according to BMI. So it's like the scale means nothing.
Oh yeah, every pro physique and bodybuilder competitor would be morbidly obese by the health standards if they actually took the test.
Yeah. And that's why it's just like it's so you just have to like get over the fact that like the scale's gonna go up. Like I know I need to be competitive, I need to grow, I need to fill out, I need to have bigger, fuller muscles. I need to take an off season to do that. So I'm trying like some days are hard, but I'm trying to come to terms with like, okay, like I've realized like this week, like my food got increased, my heart rate's getting higher. Like my heart rate peak week, I would be lifting and get like to like 75. And I'm like, yeah, like it makes you feel like you're doing nothing. You're not sweating, you're not feeling any type of burn besides your joints hitting each other. Like it's so nice to be able to like go into the gym and like actually get a pump because you're eating food. And then like my heart rate gets to, like 140. So it's like it makes such a big difference and you're burning more calories. Like, yeah, I'm consuming like 1,000 more calories than I was in prep, but I'm also burning like double the calories when I work out, when I walk, when I move, and I'm also not sleeping 90% of the day.
What does that feel like to have a heart rate of 75? Because I've never gotten anything near that.
My heart rate got down to like 55. I was driving and my Apple Watch is like, "Are you okay?" I'm not even kidding you, like, it's like the little, like, a lot like, there's a little thing that says, like, your heart rate's low, and I was like, I'm literally just sitting driving, like, I'm not sleeping, but it sucks, like, having your heart rate get low like, I was driving home from class, which is an hour away, and my heart rate was so low, and I was exhausted, I could not keep my eyes open, that I had to roll my windows down to, like, get cold to stay awake. Like, you get so tired because your heart rate just can't get up. And that's probably the hardest part of prep is that you just have no energy and all you wanna do is sleep.
That's when you gotta do the old trick that I learned. You just gotta smack yourself in the face as hard as you can to help stay awake.
Let me tell you,
It
coffee and energy drinks only do so much.
I know that's the one thing that really worked because I had one time when I was driving home from Madison when I was visiting friends where I was just the whole ride. And then I pulled over at some rest areas every once in a while. But yeah, just you gotta smack yourself in the face a couple of times. And then I came home and I was almost bruised up, and everyone's like, "What? Are you getting in a fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, with myself." But
Yes.
no, it's yeah, driving, especially as you get lower and lower. Do you have any funny prep brain stories at least where you were just like forgot your keys or anything like that? Where you're just like, I can't believe this happened.
Um, Not really, I took finals peak week in between my 2
Ooh,
shows.
why would you do
I
that?
I didn't really have a choice. It was either take it or completely just fail it. Um, that was I wouldn't say it was funny. I care so much about school, like, I was over a 4.0 in high school, I just care so much, I can't not care, I wish I could not care, but I just care, and literally peak week, and I was like, "I don't give a shit," like, I did not study, I did not care, I was like, "Oh, wait, it's open, like, just let's just do it," but, yeah, it was rough. Serving on prep, uh, I'm so sorry to anyone I was absolutely forgot your appetizer. I did that so many times. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like, the kitchen messed up." Like, "No, I literally forgot to put it in." Like, "That's on me." But you did save money and also save calories, you're welcome. Like, diet hack, get a server that can't remember your appetizer. But, yeah, that was on me, I did that a couple times. Going to the bathroom in prep, I would at work, I would pee every 30 minutes. My coworkers knew that, and so did all my tables, I feel like, because I would see them half them in the bathroom because they were drunk peeing and I was just peeing because I drink so much water and didn't eat enough carbs to keep anything in. But yeah, I don't know, prep, I did some stupid crap, but I was also in prep and I don't remember the stupid crap I did.
That's a good deniability right there. That's a good,
Yeah.
little defense. And I mean, just going through this entire lifestyle, and this is a question that I always ask everyone at the end here is, if someone were to walk up to you and say, Olivia, we made a decision, you can change one thing about the sport of bodybuilding and everyone would go along with it, will be one thing you'd like to see change. And it can be more than one too, if you have more than one.
Um, I don't know. I don't know, I would say I'm not, like I've only competed for a year, so I'm not, like, extremely knowledgeable about the sport. I would say it is pretty well-developed sport. Um, the categories are great.
Prize money.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, yeah, that. Like, it's so, so, so expensive to compete. I'm 20 and I have a job and I'm in college and I live with my parents and it's expensive. Like, I don't know how anyone lives on their own and competes in bodybuilding because holy crap. But yeah, like the prize money. Like my show in Illinois was great. They gave us so many reimbursements. They gave us gift cards. They gave us the Winter Classic. Compete in that if you want to ever compete. Great show. Like great. Everything was amazing. The vendors were great. Everything was great. But then when you compete in a national show that I'm paying so much money to be at, the hotel, the travel, the food, everything, like registration, my NPC card, so much money, and you literally get nothing. Like I got 5th, so like granted I didn't win. You get your pro card if you get 1st or 2nd. But like you literally only get your pro card. Like you're not getting any money, you're not getting reimbursed for the show. Like you spend more money on the sport than you get out of it. Unless you're like Miss Olympian, Mr. Olympian, like and at the same time, they're not making that much money. Like their money is coming from recognition, promotion, sponsorships, like all that, but they're not making money competing. Like not more than what they're putting into it.
No, yeah.
It takes up your whole life.
That's another thing people don't understand too, is that like, unlike most other sports where you can maybe just do it for a couple hours a day and you'll be fine, like this is literally every single aspect. And again, if you're a pro athlete in other sports, it takes up a lot more, but still it's like this is just
Yeah.
such a, yeah, it's so focused. And what are your goals and plans for next year? Do you have any dates ahead of you that you're thinking of, or are you just taking things easy right now and waiting and seeing? Or
So I met with my coach for coffee about a week ago to be like, what are we doing? Like, are we pushing for stage again? Like, Olivia can only be fat for so long. Like, I can't be bulky for so long. I'll lose it. But depending on if I take my off season seriously and if I allow myself to put on the weight that I need to put on, we're shooting for hopefully the Amateur Olympia in October, which is in Vegas, which would be super cool because I will be 21. Granted, I won't be able to drink, and I probably won't care to drink, but going to Vegas hopefully to compete in the Amateur Olympia and then also watch the Olympia because that would be so cool. And then if that one doesn't go as planned, because the plan is or the goal is the pro card this year. We don't know, but that's the goal. We're shooting high, shoot for the stars. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna compete in that one, and then if I don't get my pro card in that one, I'm gonna go back to Texas in December. So good off season. It's gonna be pretty long, which is gonna be good for my body and also to learn more about what foods are good and not good for my body. But yeah, hopefully the pro card with the end of 2025.
hey, that sounds great. And again, everyone, go and check out Olivia on her Instagram page. I'll leave a link down below, and buyer beware. You will get inspired to get off that couch and stop eating all those Twinkies. But again, Olivia, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your journey. It was an absolute delight to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
I appreciate that. Well, everyone, this is Ryan Johnson, DD on the spot, signing off. Have a great day, everyone.